Good morning, my fellow yoga travelers. Mighty glad to be alive today, and I hope that you are too as we continue to live, laugh, love, learn, linger, and live the life we love. It's Friday, so it's PowerPoint Day. We in the old days we used to just call it slides. Then TED Talks made it presentation literacy. Now it's a PowerPoint presentation, but basically it's just a prompt because the visual really helps to talk about the images so much. So, garbage warrior. First thing, we're here to clean up the mess. Be the worker, they say. The Son of Man came to serve, not to be served. So from that, we go to the Rainbow Warrior. What does it mean? You take on causes bigger than yourself. Really important. Be a fighter for social justice. In the Bhagavad Gita, you're taught by God himself, act selflessly. Yours is the right to the action, but not to the fruits thereof. Offer it to the divine. Fight the good fight, even if it's against overwhelming odds, like the 300 in Sparta. Sometimes you just have to be willing to give your body up for the team. But at some point, you'll go through your own version of the Herculean tasks that will be required of you when you've been given skills and almost superhuman strength that you don't believe you have within you, but you do. And then the warrior is not just a mercenary. Like in the samurai idea, there's a code of honor, Bushido, it's a way of life. And also notice fashionista at the same time. No reason not to look good while you're kick-ass, right? But the knight is not the mercenary. The knight is chivalrous, code of conduct again. Saving damsels in distress doesn't mean that women have to wait for men to do it. It means freeing the oppressed beauty that's inside yourself, not just rescuing virgins from the dragon's lair. Galahad, the bastard son of Guinevere and Lancelot, he had the strength of 10 because his heart was pure. And yet in some ways, he was a living proof of the things that they didn't want you to do, like adultery. So most battles are fought to take over territory or defend territory, but also in the broader sense, many inventions come out from military seeking better ways to kill or save lives. But the Army optimizes a lot of different functions in terms of its major organizations, whether it's over the quartermaster and the outfits you wear, whether it's the people who provide the food, whether it's the Army Corps of Engineers, whether it's the weapons people, whether it's the reconnaissance people, whether it's the decision making. You can see all these different things are there to organize and work for the good of the people. Now, disciplinarians are givers of basic training skills, whether it's your mom or your dad or you're dressing you down, or in the case of Full Metal Jacket, if you've never seen Sergeant Emery do his thing, he's fantastic to make you a Marine. Sometimes those things just shut you off, but sometimes those things make you aware of the strength you have inside yourself. Now, all warriors have this idea of being the champion, being the best, being the king of the hill, being an Olympian, being a winner, being numero uno. You want competition. You want contests to see what you got inside yourself. And the one thing that the warrior trains themselves is through their discipline. If you got to live in a foxhole, you don't have to have it nice. R&R can be withdrawn for long periods of time. You're not addicted to harmony. And so therefore you can hang in tough situations, intense situations, and keep your head clear. Now, one of the beautiful things about the warrior is the liberator aspect, the savior aspect, the freedom fighter aspect, the justice bringer aspect, the avenging angel aspect, like when you liberated the death camps. So there's something really noble and positive about taking on evil and malfeasance and defending the weak and the helpless and the innocent. So you're like a dog soldier, the loyalty, been at your side since forever. The willingness to risk life and limb to protect those that you're committed to, even unto your own death. Beautiful ideal, isn't it? The dog soldiers in the Native American tradition patrol the perimeter, making it safe for everyone else to not have to worry about what was outside might encroach upon your freedom and try to destroy life and culture on the inside of your borders. So they keep chaos on the outside of the border. And you learn to sacrifice, even under brutal and inhumane conditions. What keeps the spirit going at such times like this? Well, you have to find the throne that's worthy to be loyal to. That's the transpersonal end that you're willing to give life and limb for. But of course, you want to live for it, even though you're willing to die for it. Whether they give you medals or chevrons and insignias as mere status symbols within the hierarchy, it's meaningless if you're not shown the deference and respect when warriors return from battle. And we're all fighting different battles, so I hope you find your way to do your best, to take your oath to live by the principles that are inviolable, standards below which you're not going to fall. It's too important to be ignored or treated with disrespect. So take your vow. And then remember, death is your advisor on your left shoulder, never bullshitting you. Every day is a good day to die. But is this the hill you want to die on today? Pick your battles, my friends. Save your energy for when you really need it. And then, even though I tend to be influenced by the patriarchy and the male models that have shown me the way, let me not provide the counterpart of the divine feminine, whether it's Xena, warrior princess, Wonder Woman, the Amazon heroine, Medusa, the shadow warrior who turns men into stone by mere glance, Joan of Arc, where the voice of God told her to take up the sword. So teenage idealism often dies young, but it wants to contribute. And then the modern day Sigourney Weaver is Ripley, the take no shit warrior, reminding us that men are just as tough as women, especially when it comes to taking on monsters from outer space. And then you have Jodie Foster, the female vigilante version of Death Wish. Sometimes you just have to take the law into your own hands, obsessed with cleaning the streets of the scum that would otherwise harm innocents and make life in the city untenable and threatening. And then you have Uma Thurman, right? Female revenge knows no bounds when set up and left at the altar and even buried alive. Don't do that. And then, of course, you have the crouching tiger, anyone, master swordsman with elegance, poetry, ninja moves like you wouldn't believe, all in the divine feminine. And then don't forget Linda Hamilton, taking on the Terminator, right? Cyborgs from the future. We'll kick ass there too. But ultimately, still in all, raising a healthy human being might be the toughest warrior job there is. So I honor all you ladies, whether you have children or not, whether you like children or not. But your influence early on is what's going to save the race and make us into the potential that we're capable of. So thank you for all your sharing, all the mothers, grandmothers, and ancestors out there. Peace be with you all. Have a great day. Hope to see you next week.